Hey yo, what is popping people? It is your boy, Young M, aka Little Monkey. About to climb them trees because you know I'm about to get this green man. It is your dude, Young Obama, chilling in my Senate. Don't you ever forget it. And speaking of chilling, it seems like we got some new Splatoon news today. Of course, as we are aware, the drizzle season will now be coming to us on December 1st. So a very big update will be coming, and there's a lot of stuff to look forward to. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to touch upon, give my initial thoughts, give my analysis and my overall view of a lot of things. And I will let you know from now, it will be a bit controversial moving forward. So just keep that in mind of certain views that I have. So of course, before I even get to those, let's talk about everything that I believe is positive. So first things first, this was a very well put together trailer. The team has come a very far way in terms of delivering or just overall hype and reception for the game. I feel they did a very good job. And now on to actual in-game stuff. The new gear looks great. I'm looking forward to all the new fashion options because they know what they're doing when it comes to fashion. The team has never really disappointed in that area. The emotes that we had teased in September, that was a very long time ago. The emotes are pretty dope. I'm looking forward to the new emotes. Big Run, of course, this is something I've been waiting for a very long time. Big Run looks amazing. I will talk upon some stuff I had figured out with Big Run later in the video, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. And of course, the big highlight is that there will be a bunch of new weapon kits coming to the game. So that's pretty dope. A lot of really good positives. It's if you were having problems with the game, if you were losing interest, this update will definitely at least reinstall a lot of that. I'm hoping that my theory of every current main weapon, or at least most of the ones that have been established, will get a new kit. I'm not sure, because I feel like if every weapon they would have shown more, and we really got a very limited pool of weapons. Now, I don't think they're not gonna, because it has been 3 months, and we need a lot of content. But we'll see. Okay, so on the negatives. The first thing I really wanted to touch upon was the new main weapons. From what I can tell currently, while I do think they are cool, I think they're all very neat additions to the game. From a more competitive standpoint, because I'm a competitive player, from a more competitive standpoint, or just a general gameplay view, I don't really think they're going to be very strong. The one thing that has a decent chance of being good is the new shooter, because it is a shooter. So off the virtue of being a shooter, you have a much higher chance, and it has whale. So this thing is gonna be competing with 52 gal for its existence, and we'll see about that. Maybe it's gonna be a very good painter niche to 52, so it's 52 is a killing weapon and stuff like that. But the other two weapons, I definitely do feel like I have a right to be harder on, because the pencil, it holds a charge and it can shoot multiple rounds, but and it has cooler, and it's and the new roller, of course, is just, if the main gimmick is rolling, that's not looking too good. It's not looking too good, right? So there's that. The new maps are very worrying for me currently. Splatoon 3 has a lot of bad maps. It's gonna state where I feel like I do have to make a video talking about this. Splatoon 3 has a lot of bad maps. There are only 4 maps in the game that I genuinely think are worth the time playing on a lot of times, and I don't feel like the new Hot Spring map or the new Flounder. And I will talk about why I feel this way about them, but I don't think, from what I can currently see, I don't know if they're going to be all that good. Now, I can be wrong. I love to be wrong. I need to be wrong. But from what I can currently tell, I'm not too sure about it, right? The next thing is X rank. So this isn't really a negative. It's not a negative. It's just X rank. I just know there's going to be a lot of frustration I have moving forward from dealing with X rank and having all of that. And of course, this is an actual genuine negative that I think all of us can agree on, is that League Battle is not back yet. It's going to take another 3 months for League to be back yet, which is really interesting in my opinion. So I just want to also question why League cannot come back, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't the base game for Splatoon 2. even though it was just a very simplistic thing. And I'm assuming what they're doing for League is going to be very different, but why isn't it already here? That's my main issue, because considering the amount of time they had to develop this game and the fact that they had 3 more months to then update this game, it's like, why am I waiting 6 months total for League Battle? Like, by the time League Battle comes out, a lot of people probably won't still be playing the game. So I don't know, guys. But it's Nintendo, it doesn't matter. Of course, Splatoon is a big victim of, you know, drizzle feeding, drizzle season, whatever. But so on the more like analysis side, these are things I have seen in the trailer that I like to touch upon. So these are just some confirmed kits or just general things that we know. So the first thing is that the new shooter, as I had mentioned earlier, it has whale, which is very interesting. The new charger has tacticooler. I call the charger pencil right now. I'm pretty sure it will have like some type of like reference to that. The new roller, I didn't think I found anything for it kit wise, but I just think it's terrible. So yeah, T-Tech has flat bomb, so this is very interesting. So from this gives us a lot of routes for where we can move from this. We can potentially have inkjet, we can have triple ink strike. In the worst case scenario, we could get missiles. And if we get missiles, I will not be playing this game. I will absolutely put this game down immediately. Forge is confirmed to have suction bomb and booyah, which is really cool. I don't really like Spider Shot Pro, but I think this can at least make it somewhat usable, even though it has competition from Machine if it's gonna run booyah, but you know, that's another story for another day. And of course, Dapple Doolies have torpedo now, which is pretty nice. Pretty dope. We don't know what special it has yet. It could be rain. That would be very interesting. And rain is also the only like option we kind of have, because you know, Bomb Rush isn't in the game and Splashdown isn't a multiplayer option yet. So kind of interested. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets rain, but we'll see. Luna has Fizzy Bomb, which is very interesting and very worrying. We're giving another AoE weapon, Fizzy Bomb, and let's just hope that last ditch effort gets nerfed. And of course, my good friend Negus, he's definitely like yeah, he's been talking about this. Mini has Toxic Mist and Big Bubbler. That is very interesting. It is definitely gonna be the next bubble spam weapon. It's gonna be doing that with Junior. I'm not too sure if it will take the spot of Junior, because Junior has a bomb. But you know, we'll see when the update comes out. Of course, there will be balance changes. You know, maybe Cooler becomes a good special. Maybe Big Bubbler will be put in its place. You know, I'm definitely expecting Crab to get some pretty big nerfs here, but we'll see, right? On the note of Big Run, something that I definitely want to touch upon. So I've noticed from the trailer, for the entire sequence of Big Run, they always had the same weapons, right? So I'm thinking the whole premise of Big Run is that you get to choose your main weapon from, you know, all of the ones that they have present. You get to choose your main weapon, and you get to keep it for all 3 or 4 waves that you play. So that's really cool, right? Definitely will be playing with my friends, and it looks like it's just gonna be a really good time to play, because you know, you just get to run really good comps. You get to run your exposure, you get to run your painting weapon, you get to run your crowd control weapon. You have to do all of that, and you can just work as a unified team, and you can stick to your dedicated roles. So it's very interesting. I definitely feel like after we play Big Run, we're gonna be like, bro, please don't put me back on regular salmon. I don't want to play weapons I don't like. But we'll definitely see in the future. And of course, as I had mentioned earlier, as I talked about with my controversial take, with the new maps. So the reason why I am so worried is, the first thing is the Hot Springs map is incredibly small. This is a tiny stage. You can literally, so you're here. Let me try to like put this in a 3-dimensional view. You're here, enemy spawn is here, mid is right here, and then there's 2 drop-off sections, like 2 depressions in the map, and there's not a lot of cover as well, which is the big issue. The big problem with Splatoon 3 stages. There's not a lot of cover and not a lot of area to protect you. And you know, we'll see moving forward. We'll see. Hopefully it really isn't as bad of a stage as I'm predicting. I am a worry watt, and you know, again with Flounder. So what I have noticed with Flounder is that we have completely lost the side flank. So on Flounder, what used to happen was you'd have the spawn, then the depression, and then the snipe. And then there was a side flank off to the right you could take. So for the wall, this is another thing, the wall also cannot be painted, or it's a very small side of the wall that can be painted. But for new Flounder, the right side flank is completely removed. It does not exist anymore. So you drop and it's straight to snipe or the left side and then the depression. So, you know, that's worrying. And again, the right side cannot be painted. The right side wall cannot be painted. And on the left side, they've changed the layout of the snipe area. Or not really, it's not really snipe, it's like you know, on the buildings. And of course the map is just generally shorter than it used to be, which I don't really see that as a problem. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm like, ooh, like thinking about it, I'm not really too sure how to feel about these new maps. Of course, there's still the Egyptian map that we have not seen anything of, like, at all, and I was very worried about that map too. So far it's not looking good. Again, say this again, I'm very open to being wrong. I want to be wrong. I need to be wrong. I need to be wrong, right? But moving forward, we will see. But yeah, if you have any thoughts or anything I did not talk about in this video, do feel free to tell me. If you have any weapon kits that you would like to see, feel free to also tell me, because I do believe that all 55 weapons will be getting new kits for this update. I kind of think it needs to happen. I hope it happens, but we will see. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that has been me. I am Just Champ. I will see you in my next video. Hopefully I didn't make you too salty. Hopefully you do agree with some of my points. See you guys.
Defeating every nigga, shredded objects, like you all brighter than the sky of a spot fest, turn into a trap of foam, all these holes in his chest. Can't you tell I'm the sauce? It's just the way I'm getting dressed. Mr. Grizz, I'm the boss, can better let